Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Um, Welcome back to the Game Lounge, and welcome back to our playthrough of 999.
Yeah.
Um, Previously on the Game Lounge.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, Last
Previously,
time
we Jesus.
we, well, yes, we got to we got Snake.
We got a snake
We got
back.
Snake. Um, and then we realized that
Santa is 0.
Probably. Because his bracelet adds up to 0 and June's is 9, so they were always together.
Mm-hmm.
Because the 0 bracelet is 6. So
Mm-hmm.
Santa's bracelet reads as 0. I think we're all assuming that he's 0, especially after he did the weird gun thing that he did in this route.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
yeah,
I did not realize this route would be this long.
I told you it was long, and you're like, yeah, I'm sure
I
it's
thought
long, but it's not that long. I'm like, it is that long.
I forgot. I forgot this is literally the culmination of 5 different playthroughs all culminating into one final story.
Yeah.
So I guess
Now we're in the library, and I finally get to voice Snake for the first time in probably 20 episodes.
yeah. It's a coat rack. Like a place where you can hang coats and hats and stuff. Oh god, it's been a while. like a place where you can hang coats and hats and stuff. I did not warm up my voice before this. Oh, this one's not too big. Well, this one's not too big, so maybe just hats.
See, the great thing is my Junpei. There's a note on that table. It's myself, but just a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know. It changes.
I'm able to pull off 7 probably a little easier because it's I like think a little closer to my range. But voices like Clover and June, or I guess for this thing, Clover is when I have to a little more outside of my range for obvious reasons. Oh, lights to the books.
What?
What does that mean?
Interesting. Oh, this is going to take a while. I was going to re-listen to my Snake voice, and I forgot to. So, well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought about the pages of a book? He's just getting a little bit of British dialect, is what he's getting right now. But he's not British. Each page only sees maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next. They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. Are you a book?
I thought the initial joke was because he was in the common for a long time, but I realized it's probably because he's blind.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I live in the darkness, yes.
I was born into it, molded by it.
Well, he wasn't born into it.
Oh, right, my bad.
But that has gifted me with the ability to catch truths others might miss. I can hear the voices. The voices!
The voices, the
I
voices, the
can hear-
voices.
I can hear the voices hidden in the darkness, you might say. I don't know, I'm trying to put him somewhere in between Shakespearean and dialect, but also sounding like a not British person.
Okay. Energy theory, huh? I don't even understand the damn title.
So it's the theory of energy.
Looks like this shelf's all science technology.
Books. This book is called, Mind Swap?
You mean you could, change bodies with someone?
What?
Well, I guess I wouldn't mind switching bodies with my brother or Junpei too much. I'd rather die than let Seven switch with me. What the hell? I don't even want to swap bodies with a little brat like... Hey, were you just imagining it? You were! Shut up.
Well, yeah, well, he wasn't the only one. What does that mean? Junpei, no. Platonic bond. Snake will kill you. Teletemperation and telepathy. What the hell is this one about?
Well, I know what telepathy is, but I've never heard of teletemperation.
It refers to having the ability to travel through time. Why can't you just say fucking time travel then? Kitab al-Azif. Man, they've got some weird stuff here. I can't even pronounce this one. Okay, so
Who's that? Some famous guy?
Snake, tell us. It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul al-Hazred. It's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon.
Oh. Oh.
He just knows so much.
So these are all occult books and stuff. This one says The Golden Rabbit and the Moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon?
I was trying to think of a reference I wanted to make, but I couldn't recall it exactly.
Rabbits are pretty cute. So what's the moon stuff about?
I don't think you grew up in Japan. Or never mind. What? 'Cause what are we talking about? Never mind, you might have grown up in Japan. It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to Chinese legend. Why do you know this? I love him. Click on that gold book.
Which one?
The gold book? The book that is gold.
Oh.
Oh,
I
no.
cannot.
I thought it was special.
Sorry, I'm checking some real quick.
No, you're texting me, is what's happening. Yeah.
I didn't have to know that. Oh, okay. Those are the same books. Okay. Oh, this over here.
Hold on. I was just thinking about. For context, we were having a conversation about something that we just talked about. I was just thinking, like, New Year's traditions with, like, the moon. And, like there's some tradition, and I don't remember. I don't recall. But I guess not. It was talking about Chinese folklore. Automated robotic assembly line techniques. Huh.
What's that? Some sort of comic book? Jeez, I guess boys really like that stuff, huh?
No, you're thinking of a different sort of robot. This book is talking about automated machinery that's used to build things like cars.
Okay. What's that one called?
It says Foundations of DNA and Genetic Engineering.
Cool.
Maybe that gold one's different. Do you see what I'm talking about? That upper left shelf gold one? Nope. It looks like, look at it, right? Like, it looks like it's standing out from the rest. I'm going crazy, aren't I?
Yes.
It looks like it's different. They hate me. Communication and computer science, huh?
Oh, yes.
Hey, communications.
My current major and my old major.
They said, let's make this book about Glyph.
As I said with some friends before, I ditched one trans femme stereotype of cop sci for another stereotype of film.
That's a pretty generic title. To be honest, it's so vague I don't really know what it might be about. Read it to me. Oh. An overview of photochemistry.
I think whoever set it up wanted us to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? That's the book that was standing out for you.
Oh, looks like there's a whole lot of space behind these books.
Look, Junpei! I think there's something hidden behind the books.
There is.
I guess you're right about one of the books holding something,
I
but
was just so certain. I'm like, look at it. It looks different. Powerful light bulb.
So much texture.
Glyph and her obsession with texture.
Look, I'm trying to...
Man, this thing is narrow. Just so you know, there are so many shelves of books. So I feel like I'm walking across a tightrope. So you have to keep track of which ones you've clicked on. Jeez, Snake. Aren't you scared? Imagine a wall. 20 inches wide that runs along the top of a 10-story building. What? Could you walk along that wall, Junpei? No way. Then what about a balance beam in a gymnasium? Oh, well, that's easy. You don't find that strange? A balance beam is far narrower than 20 inches. So why is it that a balance beam poses no challenge to you, but the hypothetical 10-story wall does? Height, dumbass. The light can easily turn people into cowards.
Dang.
From time to time, a life in darkness can give you courage.
Okay, so I've done this one. Oh, look, Seven. Here's a book that's perfect for you. It's called Correlation of Muscle, Bone Density, and Bone Strength. You're just saying that because it says muscle.
What's a picture book like that doing in here? Looks like it's about Little League?
It does seem a little weird that it's so different from the others, huh? Maybe I'll take it with you. Okay.
Clover?
Oh, there's a baseball in this one. I thought that was... I didn't read who was saying it, my bad. And Junpei, let's see what's in it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's probably baseball stuff. Whoa! Head.
So, head?
There's so many more shelves that you weren't clicking on. Like, to the left, yeah.
Oh, I didn't think those would be interactable, my bad.
They're all interactive. There's so many fucking shelves. Human equilibrium theory. That's why I didn't want to do it last time, because there's so many shelves. Human equilibrium theory.
Human anatomy. Degeneration of internal organs?
This book is just called Dissection. This bookshelf must be all medical books. From what I can tell, it sounds as though these books have been organized by genre. This library must be massive. I'm rather impressed by how well organized it is. Principles of monkey behavior, huh? I'd imagine that's a book describing praxeology, studies on monkeys. I hope that was said right. I don't know. Monkeys are very similar to humans evolutionarily, so I imagine the research was fruitful. Why is he like this?
He's a game man.
Functions of the human brain, huh? I would also say that bottom row, try that after this. I guess this is a book about the nervous system.
Sorry.
I'd love...
My thumb dropped a little too early.
I can't speak. What? That's a weird spot. I'd love to ask you to read it to me, but I don't think we have the time.
I'm kind of curious about it too. There's got to be a reason why people connect with each other, you know?
Well, yes. Dissection Atlas, huh? This whole shelf is full of medical books.
Look, this one's called Recreation of Lost Human Functions. I think they're talking about you, You think they're talking about if you like lose part of your body, then you could grow it back?
I don't think so. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe they're talking about reconstructing abilities that humankind once possessed. I thought, like, if you like lose motor function due to some sort of traumatic brain injury or some sort of whatever, like the relearning of that like skill or like whatever.
You can see my mouse, right?
Yeah,
I'm curious what's with this part of the neck right here. Is that like part of his cloak or something?
that's what do you mean? That's a shadow.
No, like the fact there's just a pure black line there.
That is his. You know how you have like the little like like not if you like strain your neck, there's like the tendons. He's just a skinnier man, so his tendons are easier. And also, you see how it doesn't go all the way up?
Oh, okay. That's his hair. I thought that was just his neck went down this way or something. And that his this was some weird stray part, but no. No, you're totally
Nope, that's
right.
all his neck.
I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah, don't be mean to yourself. I like that just in the bottom corner we have head.
Head.
In other words, they may be talking about cultivating a sixth sense. I think both of you guys are wrong. Ancient gladiators? What's this book doing here? Maybe they were researching human physical limits across history.
Okay, that's everything
Okay.
here. Whoops.
This handrail is made of metal.
Cool.
A history of Buddhism. Okay.
History of the medieval period. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot.
Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're going to find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book.
Oh, okay, be that way. Oriental history. Maybe this one's about China's 4,000 years of history or something.
Hey, Chinese history and Oriental history aren't the same thing. This one's called History of the Western World. Well, I'd assume it's about European history, and then also the Americas, but sure. Yeah. Just gonna leave it at that, Snake? Doesn't seem like you. He's not giving more information. Why is he sad? He hates Europe, no.
This one says cultural heritage of Rome. Don't all men think about the Roman Empire? This one's just for you, Junpei. But this is gonna be that's gonna be serious inheritance tax. What? Bet that's gonna be serious inheritance tax.
I don't know.
I think I got lost in the sauce of my bit that I didn't quite catch whatever joke they were saying.
I don't know either.
Permian creatures. Seems a little fancy for some kind of prehistoric critter.
I love critters.
Not to mention most of them were likely reptiles and amphibians. Without hair, I can't imagine they had much need for perms.
That's got nothing to do with this. That's funny.
What's Hellenism?
I think it's something like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. Well, what it is actually, it is like a form of one of the like witchcraft style religions. Hey, look at this. This book's called Greek Mythology.
Wow.
I just finished my Greek unit in classical styles of acting.
Damn, that thing's huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of mythology.
Can't imagine anyone's actually read the whole thing. Pretty sure it just put me to sleep.
Have we got this? Yeah, we haven't.
Hey, it's another one of those kids' picture books. Looks like a lot of the other one. Looks a lot like the other one we found.
We
Cowboys
don't.
and
Yeah.
This one
Look
has
at
some
Seven
Native
being
Americans on the cover.
Look at Seven being woke before it was cool to be woke.
Hey, Junpei, take a look at this one.
Native Americans, huh? Maybe it's got some. Whoa. Lilk.
Ed, Lilk. I'll search this one, these two. Mind swap, okay. Oh, there's these bottom shelves.
Yeah, I told you there's a lot of shelves.
Paleontology. This one's about fossils, right?
Fossils. Da da
Ammonites are
da.
pretty nasty looking.
Fossils. Da da da.
Why did mankind lose their tails? Junpei, do you know what this one's about?
Why are you asking me? I didn't even know we had tails to lose. Maybe you should ask a human with a tail. Mankind's ancestors most likely lost their tails as they were no longer useful, and the nutrients required to grow them were better put to use elsewhere. At least that's what I read. I was rather young. I may have remembered it incorrectly.
Huh? How the hell would a kid be reading a book like that?
Autism. Mother Nature.
That's some kind of book about hippie chicks?
Probably not. Except perhaps tangentially. It's most likely about environmental protection.
I was just trying to make a joke.
Well, dude, hippie chicks? Really? Micrographia, huh? Yes, Robert Hooke's famous work. First published in 1665. What the? This game is full of autistic people. He built a microscope and examined insects, inorganic substances, and other things too small to be seen in detail by human eyes. He then drew pictures of many of the things he'd examined, and published them in a book.
Guess this developer really likes writing autistic people.
Uchikoshi loves autistic people. You heard it here first, folks.
Speaking of Uchikoshi, Detective Rex
new
recently...
AI this new AI the Somnium Files game, and I'm very excited for it. And unfortunately, no, when we do eventually get to it on this channel, because yeah, obviously after we finish the Zero Escape series, we're gonna go to the AI the Somnium Files. But I'm not gonna be going in blind because I can't. I'm too deep in the Uchikoshi trenches that I know I'd be spoiled. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we're gonna get there before the end of July. Yeah. I know we're not gonna get there. Unless we have like 10-hour-long episodes. Yeah.
And honestly, sometimes I am tempted to just play through some of these games even outside of just the Let's Play thing, even though you want me to go in blind, because I don't know, my brain's just rethinking the concept of playing games for content versus just playing games to enjoy them and take them in and stuff.
Well, the whole thing is we're supposed to be enjoying these. Yeah. Versus, I know for your channel, it's a little different. So hopefully we will be enjoying the other feature ones. I didn't get to read that one.
My bad.
Oh well, not important. Creatures of the South Seas, huh? Now I wonder if this one's got pictures of colorful fish and stuff. Introduction to Geology. Huh. Thinking about the Earth, even when you're on the ocean. Kind of romantic in a way, I guess. What? What?
Here is the Cambrian explosion. Did a bomb go off somewhere called Cambria?
Oh my god, you're stupid. What was Snake talking about?
Talking about geology, but we are not on... Because we're on the Titanic in the middle of the ocean.
Oh.
So we're thinking of reading these things.
Thank you, I was just like, what?
I got that right away. I'm shocked you didn't understand that.
I'm sorry. Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period, research suggests that the variety of living organisms increased by an order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. 7 is not care. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. 7's like, fuck you.
Theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one.
Yay!
This is that Darwin guy, right?
Well, yes and no.
Huh?
Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of the Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. Evolution. Why was I Italian for that? Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. Oh, okay.
I guess at least with the thing I was saying earlier, at least, even if I don't go to the other games for now, I might at least play through like 999 again because I got managed to recently get the Zero Escape trilogy on my 3DS, so I might play through it on original hardware just to see what the differences are because I've heard I've heard that whilst this is probably the better gameplay experience, the original hardware is the better story experience.
And we can talk about it more at the end.
Exactly, for reasons I'll be...
Click on the centaur.
This one says, transition of extinct species.
What? Transition? We need to hurry it up, or we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that.
Okay, let's see. We're 25 minutes into the episode, and we've just been reading books.
Well, yes, we have to because it's...
Our property value is going out in space too these days. Man, I guess the times are rough for aliens too. This one says cosmic inflation.
Okay, 7.
If you don't know what that means, just Google it.
Guys, just Google Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog has had a wonderful better. God, I was gonna say something about Sonic the Hedgehog and economy as a build up to that joke, but I can't even say it. I'm so out of it right now.
Supersymmetric string theory in 10-dimensional space-time. Snake, baby girl. They're just talking about super string theory. Yeah! It's a theory of reality where, how to explain? It says that all elements of the universe are governed by the vibrations and harmonics of tiny supersymmetric strings.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
All that's here is Faraday's law of electrolysis. I believe that's going to be about electrolysis in an electrolyte solution. In English, please? These particular laws were set down by Michael Faraday.
So we're just repeating what we said so far. Cool.
Cool.
The top right and top left are not letting me interact with them.
Theory of general relativity, huh? I know this one.
Oh, I know this one! That's Einstein, right?
E equals mc squared, motherfucker! What's this? An overview of conformal field theory. Oh, well, it's a theory that posits an invariant quantum field where conformal transformation can take place. In fucking English, please.
Knock it off with this science voodoo stuff. You trying to
Thank
put
you,
me to sleep?
7.
Quantum gravity. 7, do you have any idea what this is?
That's like gravity out in space.
I bet you start by using real words.
Do you not know what gravity
Then maybe
is?
we'll get somewhere.
Do you not know what gravity is? It's time for you to try defying gravity. Ernal, Pew, Nedub, of. What's the deal with these titles?
We clearly reorganized these so it says open on the top. They're all just gibberish. Hey, what if we, like, switch them around?
I want to read them across, but you guys are in the way.
Switch them around? Yeah. If we move them around, maybe they'll spell something.
I get it. Yeah, Heck, it's worth a shot. Why are you saying heck now?
I'm gonna let you read
Nidif
those.
and lub. I did. I finished.
Okay, cool. Ta-da.
Open here, find bulb. How about this?
Oh.
Looks like putting those books in the right order. Opened here and find bulb. Open this thing right up. That was a piece of cake.
Hooray! You did it, Junpei!
I guess that turned out well enough.
So the letters from the tiles spell out, open here, find bulb. Alright, that's 2 light bulbs and 2 books.
Ed.
So that was here, which means that we still got...
We've done those. I think. What else have we got?
Give me a headache. I'd say fancy technology stuff will get along real well. Talk about stuff that you're gonna put me to sleep. Oh.
The black hole hypothesis. Gamma ray astrophysics. I guess this bookshelf has an astronomy theme.
Okay,
we've got that one. Wait, but check
that.
that gold one. Yeah, wait, turn around. There might be some downstairs. Pause. Let's just make sure we've done all those. Turn around. Just make sure we've done all of them. That's the same one. Okay. That's. Why'd you click on it? Yeah, we've done that. Yeah, we've done that.
Oh.
The Pythagorean theorem! A squared plus b squared divided by a plus or minus. Fuck, I don't remember. This is a famous one. Somebody please say it. Please say it. Someone say it. Sounds like there are a number of math books in this section.
I watched Lego Batman movie last night, so I got to see that acted out.
Say the Pythagorean theorem then.
A squared plus b squared equals c squared.
I was thinking of something else. Algebraic number theory, math, huh? I don't know why I was
another one like that over here.
You mean something like primary number theory, or analytical number theory, or geometry?
Oh my gosh, how do you know? Nobody said anything about those.
Math. Well, number theory is usually split into 4 chief disciplines. If there was a book named Algebraic Number Theory, I took a wild guess the other 3 would be there as well. Looks like I was right.
Dang, bro just knows everything. No wonder he had to be out of the story for most of the game, or else he'd be able to have the answers for everything.
He's too autistic. He's even more autistic than the rest.
I know that that's important, so I'm going to come back to that later.
This one's gold box conjecture. Sure.
Conjecture? What's it about? Oh, like magic or psychic stuff or something?
So that's not what a conjecture is.
Right, it's about jewelry, isn't it?
What? It may have an odd title, but it's actually a very respectable mathematics book. It deals with one of the unsolved problems of additive number theory.
Sorry I said anything. Look, let's not get into this right now, okay?
Seven's like, please shut the fuck up about math.
That's a weird book, Junpei. Indian mathematics. That's funny. Yeah,
why is that funny?
Nope, refuses to elaborate.
Why is that funny, Clover?
It says Riemann hypothesis.
Why are you so excited?
Hypothesize about with a Riemann. So that's pretty straightforward.
Heavens no. There are many factors. Length, girth, lubrication, or lack of.
Oh? Sorry, I'm afraid.
Can we move on? It's an exciting and rapidly growing field.
You don't say. Whoa. Okay, I'm
June, please just.
stop with the innuendo. Just go for these books already.
Owen.
Just go for these books already.
Owen! Huh? Do you know the cat, Owen? Owen isn't enough to go on. Perhaps it's about the English Revolutionary? Or that cat that was popular on the internet. Dad kind. Dad kind? What the hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? Maybe it's a compilation of his work. Lieberniz?
This book is in German. It looks like it's a complete works of something.
I've never heard of it.
Really?
Whoa! Well, now I want to know. Well, if Snake doesn't know what it is, I don't think we'll ever know. Does Google even know what it is? So Lieberniz, hold on.
Sheldrake.
Sheldrake. Isn't Sheldrake... Hold on. Lieberniz.
What was that confused thing? I just pressed spacebar once and it, like...
Well, Lieberniz isn't somebody, but Leibniz is someone. He was a German polymath, acted as a mathematician, philosopher, scientist, and diplomat. He studied alongside Isaac Newton. So I think it's just wrong. What's this? Origin of Japanese folklore? Folklore? Taylor Swift reference? Looks like there are a bunch of books about Japanese culture here. Mostly ones about folklore, though. Well, folklore can cover a wide range of subjects, such as the Taylor Swift album of the same title.
Good grief.
God, it's okay when he's autistic, but when I'm autistic...
You're right, I'm sorry.
History, urban life, religious trends, environmental changes, oral traditions...
Taylor Swift.
Yes. Folklore can cover all those things if you know where to look.
This looks pretty deep.
Agriculture and historical organizations in folklore. Turn your life into folklore. Modern Japanese literature, huh? I'm doing so much fucking speaking. It's because...
Hey, there's another one of those picture books here. Something about these feels kind of nice, you know? Brings back good memories. Seen people like 7 were kids once. Oh shit, you little brat.
Hey guys! Pull it. Alright. I'm going to take this picture book with me. Put it in my pocket, somehow.
Tales of
Old Japan. What do we get? It's got a magic wand on it. No, it doesn't. Okay. It's like a... What is the thing that has the string with the ball? That's what it looks like. Like I don't... Yeah, that's what it looks like. So, what's inside? What's inside? Well, aren't you going to open it? Calm down. Pretty sure it's just gonna have pages inside, smart. Whoa! SEI5.
SEI5. Got head.
Is that an I or is that a...
Got head, Lilk, and say 5.
Say 5. So, say 5. Head.
Of course.
Let's see what we want here. So many books here. I wonder what this was. Whoa, what's this? Worm?
Oh. Sorry.
Oh, it's her hand, I think. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Hey, what's the deal with this sappy stuff?
Don't even try and push that. This bond is strictly platonic. There are books in here in all sorts of languages. Something suspicious about the shelf on the left.
Don't say, game. Okay, so that's...
No, any chumps know Japanese?
Guess all that's left is this shelf and the thing in the middle. Look at the shelf has some sort of glass inlay. Pretty big. There's only 6 books on it. Seems kind of weird.
Astronomy.
Hey, looks like there's something on the bottom. I really can't see it though. The glass is all foggy. Oh no.
Glass door has a metal frame when it's locked up tight. Awesome. There's a lock on the glass door. Yep, won't budge.
Alright, so...
Wait. This iron plate is bolted down. The books in there were numbered, weren't they? I don't think it's a door. I think it's just a wall.
Were they?
Look at the books again. Because look.
514236.
514236, 514236, 514236, 514236, 514236, 514236. I'm repeating the number for you. Just go through the line.
You know, the kind of lock where you rotate the numbers around until you got the right one to open it?
514236. What the hell is this? 514236. It's like they just gave us the answer. 514236. 514236. 514236. You're welcome.
4236. I hate
4236. Maybe the other try. 236 or 632.
415. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You did it, Junpei! Yay!
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't feel particularly happy about being praised for that. Whatever. At least the lock's open now. Let's see if we can get it open, alright?
There's 3 bulbs.
And 3 books. All 6 books seem to be pointing at the cylinder number lock, which we already dealt with. What's this? Oh.
Oh.
It's a small enclosure with 9 sides. There are 3 of these things that look kind of like music stands. Maybe if I put them on top of the stands. A small enclosure. Okay, how about we try putting these picture books on the stands? Then...
This is a little weird.
Well, we do have light bulbs, don't we? Alright, so there are 3 lights in here. I'm gonna change these bulbs. Now they should... Sheldrake 5.
Awesome!
Awesome! That's you.
That's
I don't
my
know why I
line.
said it too.
It
I
worked.
didn't even say it in anyone's character voice. I said it in my voice. So,
Way to
I was
go,
just happy.
Junpei.
Thank
Good job,
you.
buddy.
Thank you.
Something protecting on the bottom. These letters, they seem familiar. Sheldrake 5.
Sheldrake 5. Sheldrake 5. Sheldrake. It says Sheldrake on the spine of this book. It's got the volume number written on the lower part of the spine. I think you have to click on. You have to click on the hint so that they are aware that you've acknowledged it.
Sheldrake 5?
Oh, because they need a yap. Okay.
I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
I think I've seen this name before.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
I have. Weirdly,
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Lotus told me about him.
Oh, that's... Like, I don't know why.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
Boon, yo. Wait, that was in a different timeline. Girl.
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Junpei, that's in a different timeline.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well,
Junpei!
Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
Okay, this was at least in this same timeline.
Girl, I told her not to tell anyone.
It makes sense if morphogenetic.
Wait,
field
no,
thing
no, no,
got
no,
a
no,
bit-
no, no. Oh, sorry. I'm stupid. This is not the timeline where we go through door 5. We did go through door 4. Never mind. This is the correct
right.
timeline for that first part.
Mhm.
Whoopsie.
You did? Why?
Well,
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
Ugh. Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything.
Yes, yes, yes.
But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Yippee.
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I
What
made
is this
sure
angle?
Clover did as well.
That's like an intense. That's extreme low.
We're like laying on the floor. Are we just
To be
laying on the floor?
honest,
Oh,
the
okay.
explanation is quite simple. Zero told me not to. I had little choice. He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
That's a braille card. It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards.
No, only one.
A part of the message was, you could tell them this, you can't tell them this.
Huh? What do you mean?
Hmm.
I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it.
Yes, it did. And those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago. Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator.
Oh shit.
It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
Yeah.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you.
Yay!
Yippee! I'm very
I've decided to
glad.
tell you the truth. The
Yippee.
chance that Santa is Zero is very high.
Oh shit.
I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words.
The words.
If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it.
Oh? What?
He wouldn't kill us,
Oh.
no matter what the situation was.
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada.
Yes.
And the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she? At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Mm-hmm.
There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Wow, who's that?
Whoa.
Nijisaki was his right-hand man, and did the lion's share of the planning.
That looks like Guy X from the silhouette.
Yeah.
Kubota led the company's research and development division.
Hello, Ninth Man.
Yeah.
Musashido was their majority stockholder.
And
Hey.
the dead captain.
Yeah. Wild.
It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
So it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido...
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale.
But they were the figureheads of it.
To that end,
Mm-hmm.
they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonori Project.
Nonori.
Whoa.
The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field. Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize?
Why do
Why did
you
the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change?
Why do you know these lore drops that we've gotten in different?
I don't know. Might be just the right thing of we know, so they know, or it could just be something as simple as he is, much like other characters like Lotus, he has looked into what these sorts of things could mean as someone who had to undergo it, try to make sense of.
Or we talked to him about it. We told him. Who
That could also
knows?
be true.
Anyway,
Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation?
wait a damn minute.
That's a different
That was
timeline. So
in a
probably
different
is
route.
just he.
That's a different timeline.
It's probably just more for us as the player to be like, oh, all these different stories about these different things connect back to this.
Experiments with humans produce the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before.
The Funyurimpa deal.
How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye. And through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
But that's just a theory.
A game theory.
Thanks for what? I want to see if we
No,
can get
that'd
through
be
this.
really.
I want to see if we
Yeah.
can get through at least this narrative section, and then we'll
Yeah.
stop as soon as he's done yapping.
Yeah.
Junpei agrees.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it.
What?
Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
That's right.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people. Right? That is what you were saying.
Very interesting.
I might actually have to pause it. I realized that I've got a thing I gotta go to.
Yeah. Oh, it sucks, but I think he does yap for quite a bit
Yeah.
more. So I think we are gonna unfortunately have to call it here.
Yep.
And pick back up next time with more Snake.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on Wednesday, my birthday, woot woot, for more Sly 2. And next Saturday, there's some more 999. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.